Hey, what's up? This is your man Mustache Dave. This is After Hours with Mustache Dave, joined this evening by Cloud9 Moody. How you doing, man? How you doing tonight? Or today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, you're just starting your day. So how you doing?
Yeah, I just woke up. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Long day, but
Yeah.
always excited to get in depth with the pro players of PUBG. So we'll get right into this. With some basic questions, if you don't mind. Pretty much, how'd you get your name, Moody? How'd you get that name?
Well, when I moved to Canada like about 4 years ago, and I started like high school, lots of kids here were having trouble pronouncing my actual name. So part of my name is Mood, so they started calling me Mood, and then it eventually changed to Moody, and then I just kept it online as well. It's a pretty short story.
All right. I mean, straight to the point. That's good though. I mean, that's good. I like your name, Moody. It's simple. It's clean. It's not like XX Moody XX 1919. All this crazy stuff. But I like Moody. It's simple. It's easy to remember, and I think it's a good name to build a brand behind. So, talking about Moody, the guy, the brand. We're playing PUBG right now. You're a pro player for Cloud9. But what type of games did you play before PUBG? Like that kind of contributed to you becoming the pro player you are today.
Well, it all started with Counter-Strike 1.6 when I was like about 5 years old.
Wow.
And then I played that game for about 15 years straight, and wanted to I was thinking of going competitive, like full competitive and pro. But where I lived, there was no competitive scene back in United Arab Emirates in Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
So when I moved here, I thought about trying hard in Counter-Strike Global Offensive when it came out, and I tried my best, and I played ESEA, got up to rank A plus, which was the highest in public mode, and then after rank A plus, you made it to rank S, which you get to play with the pros. So when I got to rank A plus, Overwatch came out. So I thought it's a new game, I should give this a try and see if I can get pro in this. But it didn't really work out because you needed connections back then, right?
Mm.
And you still do. And then PUBG came out. I played that game for about a year or so. I made top 500 every season. I played 3 seasons of Overwatch. And then PUBG came out. I gave it a try, and I was playing it casually. I was still playing Overwatch at the same time, but PUBG was more fun with friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, everyone's trying hard for leaderboards. In season 1, I ended up top 10, rank 1. Multiple seasons, up till now, every season I've been achieving rank 1 and top 10. So, and then I played with Chappie, and then they thought about recruiting me for C9, right? Playing with them. And then I was surprised, so I'm like, let's do it.
That was that.
That's my story, yeah.
Wow, man. So pretty much just grind leaderboards.
Yeah.
You put in a lot of time, a lot of dedication. Is there anything special to grinding leaderboards? I mean, what does that exactly mean? Just playing a lot, or do you have to play a lot to be good? I mean, what does that mean?
I mean, for at least 1,000 hours, I used to just play, and my aim was pretty good at it, and then the only thing I was lacking was positioning.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most important thing for me in the game. So when I got better at positioning, that's when I started getting top 10 consistently. And that's about it.
Okay.
Leaderboards was everything for me. This game is pretty boring without leaderboards. Right now, the elo system is broken.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems way too boring if there's no leaderboards.
Did you have a chance to test out the test server yet?
No, I haven't. I'm gonna be trying soon after an hour or so.
All right, yeah. I actually got a quick chance, jumping over walls and all this crazy stuff. It feels good though. It feels good. So I'm excited to it. A lot of changes. The vehicles have different sounds. Even the kill feed is in a different location. So feeling good.
Nice.
So how'd you end up linking up with Chappie then? Through a stream? I mean, you said he's pretty much the one that played with you and got you signed, more or less. But how'd you end up playing with the guy?
Just through a stream. I was chatting, and he noticed I was in the leaderboard, and we just played together after that. And since he was connected to High Ground Discord, where every pro player is right now, so he wanted to play with someone, so then I duoed with him.
All right. So the High Ground Discord, is this like a top secret society, or is it something that the Illuminatis? I mean, what is this? What is this?
Well, it's like a Discord full of like pro players, and it's like only invited who are good players, you know?
Mhm.
Only the yeah.
And what's a purple dot mean, man? Because someone gave me a purple dot one time. I'm actually kind of sad about it.
What do you mean? Oh,
I
purple
got
dot?
a purple dot on my name, dude. Take off the purple dot. Anyways. All right. So you watch a lot of streams then, PUBG or all games in general? Because every time I'm in someone's stream, I'm not gonna lie, I see Moody chatting in there, and he says that's actually how we got involved in. I actually reached out to you to sit down with me. First of all, thank you for sitting down with me this morning. I guess in your case, because it's the morning for you. But you watch a lot of streams. Who's your favorite streamer right now? I mean, is that a tough one? Can you say who it is?
I've been watching Profi since like the starting, and I think partly that I got good at this game was because his positioning is like pretty good, and I think I got better because of watching him.
Okay.
So
Nice.
watching streams is like a big part of improving right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
think.
I mean, if you're a player out there watching this right now, you would recommend watch Profi, right? Is there
Yeah.
anyone else you would recommend them pretty much watch, study, and take notes?
My teammates obviously, Frolicker, Freck, Solid, and Chappy. They're great players.
Okay,
So
okay,
the first player that I played with, Frolicker, that got me into this game.
okay. And how'd that happen?
Just you know Idaculus, right, from Noble.
Yeah, yeah.
We used to play like Overwatch together, and there was another different game called like we used to play it for fun, Infestation, the Survivor Stories. That's what it was called, and
Mhm.
it was like a zombie survival open world game. And so when I started playing PUBG, it was like for free back then, like open alpha or something. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
So I tried it, and I found Edak in game. So I hit him up, and then we started playing. And that's when I met Frolicker. And he seemed like a great player. And then we started playing duo together, and we got top 10, number 1 and 2 every season.
Wow, man. I mean, you know so many people. So, all right. So you watch a lot of streams. You watch Profi. You know Frolicker. You kind of went up the leaderboards with him and hooked up with Chappie along the way, and then got invited to Cloud9. That's pretty much the story right now, and
Yep.
the Moody story. Now, just a quick question, because I'm actually curious about this. You recommend people study other players. Now, is that a disadvantage for a streamer? Say for example, Profi. You said that you guys watch him. You kind of develop a sense of his play style and maybe even his thinking on where he might be, right, out there on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Is that also part of the research as far as being like competition wise? I mean, what do you think about it? Do you get what I'm saying? Do you kind of follow what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you're studying your competition more or less to learn and possibly use it against them. I mean, what do you think about that?
I mean, it is a disadvantage when you think about it, because whenever he's streaming his games, like tournaments and stuff, you can just pretty much watch it and see what to do. Like, it's a big disadvantage in my opinion. Like, what we do is like we stream it and then we download the VODs and delete it right away from Twitch. So
So you
people
guys
don't watch it right away.
You don't want people watching your gameplay.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
Then they'll know what you do.
Yep.
Wow, that's interesting. That's real interesting. All right. So Moody, my man Moody. Let's get some opinions out here. Before we get into this, you had some bad news, right? So I don't know. I know it's sensitive, but it's out there. The whole IEM, you had problems with your visa, right? I'm out here. I'm actually making a GoFundMe. I got a guy getting a truck. We're gonna meet you in the forest. All right, we're gonna pick you up in the dark and smuggle you in if you're okay with that. But
All right, I'm fine with that.
can you just give us a brief little overview just before we move on and talk about IEM, because you are on the list for the IEM Oakland, right? You're on the list, but what happened?
Well, it was a last minute change, and November 3rd was my like interview for the US visa. Though the reason I need the visa is because I have a Pakistani passport. I was born and raised in Dubai, and I had a Pakistani passport. So traveling to US would require me to get a visa. And when I applied for it, the reason it got denied was because I haven't lived in North America for long enough. That was the reason. So
Visa.
That's the only reason I didn't get to go to IEM. Yep.
So right now you're in where?
I'm in Canada right now.
You're in Canada, so I hope the maple syrup is worth it, man. I hope it's worth it. All right. But let's talk about it, because I mean, you sat here, you had the opportunity to practice with these guys. I mean, you are these guys. So we'll get right into this strategy talk. All right, for Cloud9, more or less. Let me get Moody's opinion on. We kind of touched on this earlier off camera on centering versus edging. Like, what's your opinion on it right now in the current meta that we're in?
So we play like PUBG. We got into PUBG Online pretty late, and we tried Edge, and we like won 2 games with like 25 kills or 22 kills. It was a pretty high kill game, and that's when like all of the other teams didn't see it coming because no one really plays Edge in PUBG Online. And the next day, the next tournament, we played again and we tried Edge. We got destroyed because people adapt, right? They see it coming when some team plays Edge. So that stopped working, and then we started centering, and we did that, you know, how every team does right now.
Yeah.
Send one person to a compound and 3 loot. So we did that as well. It didn't really work out because that one guy keeps getting pushed or he gets shot in the way. Then we did 2 and 2, sent too early, but then we had loot issues. It wasn't worth it at all. And then now what we're doing right now is for the IEM, what we changed is we all 4 loot together for 2 minutes max, and we rotate. And when we did that, we won 3 games out of 5 in course trials. So I think that's working pretty good so far.
All right, and that's the very beginning, right? That's like boots on the ground right away.
Yep.
So the
So I
first
think-
2 minutes, more or less,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
what you're talking about. What were you gonna say?
So what we do is like centering is our like we always center instead of playing edge now.
Yeah.
Edging is not worth it at all right now. The meta is center. So what we do is like if the plane is going from east to west, let's say from middle east to west, we usually drop somewhere like east side. So we have more time to parachute and more time to loot, right? The earlier you drop, the more time you have. So like if it goes east to west and we drop like west coast, we've already wasted like a minute, you know?
Yeah.
So if it's going east to west, we usually drop Kameshki 2-2 or in compounds or Lipovka, something like that.
All right. So with that strategy, though, I mean, it makes full sense to me. But what happens, or at least what goes through your minds, when the circle ends up on the opposite end? I mean, obviously you get a vehicle or whatnot, but does that disrupt your strategy at all if the circle does end up on the opposite end?
No. Right now, we've played at least 10 games with this strategy, and we've had 100%. Like, we make it to center no matter what. With the 2 minute mark, we always make it.
Okay. All right. I like that. And actually, you talked about it a little bit, PUBG Online and Cloud9. You guys have this rep, right? Since you came into PUBG Online as the aggressive team, the aggressors. You're always out there.
Yeah.
Pretty much, you're just a walking death machine, all of you guys. Would you say this is true?
It used to be, but now we're trying to play really safe. So, like, we're trying new things. That's why we're not looking good in the leaderboards right now in PUBG Online, because we're practicing new stuff. The only thing that matters to us right now is IEM, obviously. So, but if the new month starts and we did good in IEM, we're obviously going to use the same strats and try to get at least top 3 or not, if not top 3, first place in PUBG Online.
So you kind of toned back the killing, I guess you would say, and now you guys are focusing on
Strats.
placements and strats. Okay. I mean, yeah, I've actually noticed that a little bit. Not necessarily with the leaderboards right now with PUBG Online, but just overall, you know, the kill feed, right? I mean, you guys are popping off. I know you're one of their top fraggers out there. I mean, you guys are pretty much all pretty decent fraggers, in my opinion. Great guys. So talking about your squad a little more, your roles. A lot of squads, they have soft roles, they have hard roles, and they don't have roles at all. Does Cloud9 have any roles as of right now?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, and how does that work out for you guys? Like, what are the roles? Who's what? If this isn't like top secret information, of course.
No, it's not. It's like we do 2-2 role. We don't do like separate role for everyone. So me and Chappie are usually frontline, and Frex and Frolic or Solid, whoever plays with us, are the backline support.
And what does that mean then? Like, yeah, give me detail.
We're entry fraggers, basically. Like, whenever we're pushing something, it's me or Chappie in the front. And in the back, they're usually watching or holding corners. Or they're pushing, like, right behind us. So, like, supporting us.
Okay.
And for, like, strats, shot calling, in-game leader. We don't have that. We don't do that. We usually do everything as a team discussion.
So
It does waste
yeah.
a lot of time when we do a team discussion, but whenever we're doing it, we do it before the circle closes. Like we're predicting where the circle goes,
Mhm.
and we choose the compounds before it touches the circle, you know?
Okay, so I mean, when you guys are having the discussion, are you like running just with your, equal sign pretty much, auto running, looking around, or are you in a compound really discussing this? I mean,
No, no,
how
no.
does that
We're
work?
usually in a compound. We never discuss while we're running or driving.
Okay, so you go to a compound, you survey the area, make sure you're safe, then come up with a
Hmm.
plan and pretty much execute that plan until you can make a new plan as a
Yep.
team. All right, all
Yeah.
right.
We usually have a backup plan, like most of the times, if that main plan doesn't work.
Oh, all right. So you actually come up with two plans then during
Yeah.
the planning operation.
Always.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So you talked about you're kind of the front line. You and Chappie are the guys in the front. Does that mean you get like a priority over certain equipment as far as looting
Yeah,
goes?
for sure.
Yeah. How does that work out?
Usually, if like the 2 minute mark, we usually don't get enough loot, but it's still worth it. The positioning is way more worth than loot, obviously.
Yeah.
And so like most of the times, at least two of us finds 4x or ARs, everything, right? Usually it's me and Chappie that gets all the good equipment, which is 4x, ARs, and good armor. And we give it to Frex and Fro, and they switch out the good stuff to us. That's how it works.
All right. And I would assume you guys switched out during the planning phase, right? Inside the
Yeah,
compound, safe whatnot.
yeah.
Wow. You guys have pretty streamlined operation going on. Shoot, there's like military sergeants over here. Everything's planned out, ready to go. I
Yeah.
like that. Very organized. That actually, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with how organized you guys operate. So we're gonna take a quick break, real quick. We're at the halfway mark, and when we get back, we'll get into a little more topics with me and myself and Moody. This has been After Hours with Mustache Dave. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Luxury, gold, diamonds. This video is sponsored by Fraser Yachts. Buy yours today. Do you have $20 million and want to spend it all on one purchase? Well, today's your lucky day. If you're rich, if you travel to Paris 3 times a year, if you own your own island, this yacht is for you. Mustache Dave proudly presents. Sponsored by Fraser Yachts, the one, the only galaxy of happiness. You can own it today. 4 jacuzzis, 2 flags, 3 different types of satellite technology on board navigation, 1 indoor tennis court, 4 king size bedrooms, 23 windows in the shape of a circle, and not to mention the 35 different high-end gold plated luxurious light switches on this yacht. Yes, gold plated. This yacht is the top of the line. This yacht will travel at speeds of 55 knots per hour on cruise control. Like I said, if you have your own private island, if you have $20 million that you want to spend today on the most luxurious item possible known to man, Galaxy of Happiness is the size of 2 great white whales combined. If you see a whale, run it over. That's how rich you are. Eat that whale for dinner. If you do, go to Fraser.com. Make sure you use promo code MustacheDave after hours with Mustache Dave for a 20% discount. And also call Teddy Jean at FraserAutoYachts.com. Mention Mustache Dave. Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Welcome back. This is After Hours with Mustache Dave. Joined this morning for this guy, right? This morning, Moody from Cloud9. So let's get right back to where we were. I had my nice, cup of tea, biscuit, whatever you guys want to call it out there. So back to the IM. I know it's like a thorn right in your side, but we have to talk about this. So after IM, what should we expect from Moody as far as with Cloud9 or whatnot?
So right now I'm not able to travel to. It's just US. So I'm pretty sure if I try to travel to EU or Asia side, then I'll get visa easily. That shouldn't be a problem. So what my plan is right now is to get Canadian citizenship, so I don't have to get visa for US. So that's the only thing I can do right now and wait for the process to be done.
And then pretty much we'll see Moody at all the events
All the events.
there on out. So I mean, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it. When are you gonna get this done? Did you say like tomorrow?
No, no. Probably gonna take a month or so.
All right,
So
all
let's
right.
hope there's no tournaments for the next month.
I don't know. The sooner you get a go on this, the better, because you never know. I mean, we have tournaments popping up left and right,
Yeah.
different organizations or whatnot hosting them. So I mean, it's exploding. It's definitely exploding. So I'd get on that because I mean, your squad definitely going to be one of those squads that are pretty much always there. I mean,
Yep.
you guys are always going to be there. So talking about Cloud9, Moody, your opinions, whatnot on pretty much crashing compounds. I mean, how does that work out for you guys? Do you guys do it? Do you like it? How do you execute it if you do it? I mean, give us your feedback on the whole crashing compounds.
So like we talked about how the first compound we usually take is always 100% empty because we take it off centered.
Mm-hmm.
Like not really completely centered, which is always taken obviously. We take it a little bit off center and it's always empty. And when we do that for the next circle, we talked about, we do two plans, right? The backup plan and the main plan. The main plan is a compound, and the backup plan is usually a depth somewhere around the compound. So if the main compound is taken, we don't crash it.
Okay.
But like if someone shoots at us, we don't crash it and we go to the backup plan and take the depth. So that's my opinion about crashing. We don't usually crash if there's players there.
Um, as far as high level competitive play goes, and people being in compounds, is it easy to spot out? Because I mean, I know regularly queuing up, there might be a guy in a compound or a squad. All the doors are closed, no vehicle around. It looks like it hasn't been looted. I mean, is this something that we see within the competitive scene, or is it the opposite? You know, they see you coming, they just straight up shoot you right away. I mean, what's it like? What's it like out there?
Well, what I've seen from the competitive play is that whenever we're crashing a combat, we get shot because the teams don't want to risk fighting
Mhm.
and being in a stalemate, you know, like for at least 20 minutes sitting in a compound fighting each other, just camping in houses. They don't want to do that. They usually shoot so we can run, like drive away. That's what usually happens.
Yeah, yeah. And why is that though? I mean, I guess you kind of said because you just don't
It's
want
a
to run
waste
the
of
risk.
time.
It's a
Yeah,
waste of time.
yep.
All right, pretty simple, pretty simple. So you'll never see a sneaky guy in the
Yeah,
bathroom. I mean, hopefully not, right?
hopefully.
Even if you do, I mean, you might open it. There's a guy with a shotgun. Who knows? I mean, that's making his highlight reel right there. He took out Moody and the whole squad of Cloud9. But there's lots of metas. You know, lots of metas we're talking about. I mean, you're a pro player. We talked about centering, edging. We talked about crashing compounds. Now, there's a big one, a major one. Not sure if it will be changed by the time IEM comes around. I do believe there's word that by the time 1.0 does come out, it will be implemented into it. Penetration, right? I guess I didn't bring it up, but water, the water strats that we
Water.
see. You know,
Yeah.
circles. There's so many circles that just have so much water in it, and we see so many players go for the water just because right now it's just a simple way to maybe get higher up in the rankings as far as the leaderboards goes, like placements wise. What's your opinion on the water? Is it something that the Cloud9 boys will opt into doing if they're forced to? I mean, what's your thoughts on this?
We never think about it. Like even if we have a last guy alive and 70% of the circle is water, we'd rather play land. We don't do water. It just feels like it's cheating right now because it's unbalanced. The hitbox is broken on it. You can't shoot in the water. Like whoever it is under the water, they can be in the circle or be alive forever. So I think it's unfair to be in water. That's just my opinion about it. And we never did it or will do it.
You guys don't like the water. I mean,
No, we hate the water.
it's not. I mean, I don't want to say it's unfair. I mean, it is right as far as how it's being used. But
Yeah.
as far as players deciding to go in the water, I never honestly see them come out victorious. Yeah, I mean, they might place a little higher than their counterparts that decide to be on the land, but they never truly win unless they get out, they sneak out and are unseen because, I mean, there's such easy targets because everybody knows there's someone in the water. So it's not really a sneaky play right now.
Yeah.
It's more just a play just to cheese it out, be a little safe.
Better placements.
Better placements. I mean, but you truly never win. I never really see a squad or a squad member really win, right? Really take the first place from using the water. What do you think?
Like,
yeah.
So like there's been multiple games in PUBG Online where 70% is water and like the rest is the land, and we're usually on land, and we fight a team. Either they wipe us or we get wiped. And most, like, let's say we got wiped, and we expect at least like a top 5 placement, right? As soon as we die, we see that 15th place. That's why I think it's unfair.
Yeah.
Because of the water. There's at least like 10 teams in the water, solo players, just crushing it.
So in a sense, they do win. They do win though, because they place higher than a squad that's actually out there, trying to fight.
So yeah, they do win in a way.
Okay.
They don't win the game, but in placements they do win. They get better placements than us, which is like pretty messed up. Because they're not doing anything except just swimming like mermaids.
Hey, swimming is tough, man. All right, your hamstrings they cramp up out there. But after like I said, there's rumors, not even rumors. I mean, they pretty much said we're gonna have bullet penetration sooner than later, and bullets will go through the water. What do you think we should expect after that happens? Are squads still going to be opting in for the water? Even though they can get shot in it. I mean, I know it's hard to really tell, right? But what do you expect?
I don't think that's gonna change anything. They're still gonna go to water, but they're gonna die a lot quicker, and they're gonna learn the lesson, which is gonna change like eventually that they'll stop going to water.
Mm-hmm.
In the starting, it won't change anything. They're gonna keep trying. That's how it works.
That's just how it works. All right. So a couple more questions. Almost done here. As far as Moody's opinion goes, the visionary, right? Looking into the future with PUBG, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, the game. Looking into the future. Where do you see this game heading? Where do you see it going? Because
I think it's gonna explode. Competitive wise, it's gonna explode. It's beating every game while like concurrent players. It's just exploding.
Yeah. Is there anything?
I think it's gonna be big.
Is there anything you want to contribute, like to back up that reasoning? I mean, why do you think this? Why do you think this? Why do you say that?
This is an only battle royale game that's being in the competitive scene right now. H1Z1 is pretty much like dying. You compare it. So that's the only reason I think it's gonna explode, because they want a battle royale game in the competitive scene. It's not that fun to watch, but the casters are good, spectators are good. It's a lot of fun. Like Gamescom was okay, first person mode, but third person was really boring. So a lot of it depends on the casters and spectators.
All right, and why do you think it's going to be kind of a challenge? Just because you need those 100 players on stage? I mean, usually we see esports as 5v5 or something like that. I mean, is it a big difference getting all 100 players? I mean, obviously with equipment going, but
I mean, if it's a big event, it shouldn't make a difference, honestly. Like IEM, I don't think it's gonna be a difference at all if it's 5v5 or 100 players.
Yeah, because it's just smooth sailing for the most part.
Yeah.
All right, you brought it up. Third person versus first person. I mean, you kind of already said it. You guys favor first person? I mean, that whole battle, what was it, like 2 months ago, maybe? A big deal in the community. Where do you guys stay with that? Where do you guys stand with that? I mean, and why? Why was that, or why is that?
So most of my Chappie and Solid preferred first person in the starting because how Gamescom went, they played it. And me, personally, I love third person. I'm a third person guy. But right now that I'm playing first person, I just like the idea of it that if they're not peeking, they don't know if I'm pushing or if I'm changing my spot. That's what I like about first person, and I think I favor first person more right now. Okay. But I still have more fun playing third person. It's just a lot better. The game is made for third person, in my opinion.
Oh, so you're still ready up for third person lobbies sometimes?
Yeah, always.
Oh, okay. Represent.
I was playing it yesterday, third person. I played for 10 hours straight.
I mean, I'm one of those guys. It's in the game, right? It's third person game, first person game. It doesn't have to be one or the other, right? I mean,
Yeah.
what would you say, or what would you think about, we both already agree, PUBG, it's already big and it's only going to get bigger. Talking about tournament wise in the future, do you see there being separate tournaments as far as first person goes and third person goes for PUBG, or are we combined kind of? I mean, a mixture. Like, are these pro teams going to be good at both of them? I mean, what's your idea about that, or what are your thoughts on that?
I really can't say what's gonna happen, but I hope, like, let's say there's 8 games right now in IEM, right?
8 games.
I was hoping that, like, for future they do like 4 third person and 4 first person, so we can actually see the skill level on both the modes.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
it should be fair for players who are good at third person and players who are good in first person.
No.
Like,
I
lots
agree.
of players still prefer third person over first person. There's a lot,
Yeah.
and that's one of them is me. I like third person more than first person,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I like to see it combined
Yeah, I
in
think
the
that's a
future.
great idea, and I actually think it might be because what is it, Blue Hole? They partnered with Banana something, and they have their own tournaments overseas. I don't know exactly, Japan, Korea, one of those, maybe even China, but it's all third person. They love third person.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Asia streams, and I haven't seen a single first person tournament so far. It's
Exactly,
all third person,
all
so
third
it
person.
might go combined.
So I mean, my thoughts on if there were ever like a Worlds, right? I mean, it's
Yeah,
it's
and they
clearly
participate.
divided. Yeah, and they participate. It's divided. How's that going to play into factor? So I'm definitely interested in this topic, and moving forward, I think there should be a hybrid of both of them, like you said, to test the player's skill with the game. I mean,
Yep.
it's as simple as that, and maybe even throw in the new map when it comes out into the mix. I don't know. The game has a lot going for it. Last question before I let you go. Cloud9, Moody's, all right, biggest rival from the invited teams going to IEM. Your biggest rival. Who is Cloud9 going to be pretty much watching out for, or wanting to get into a fight with? Like, who are you guys gonna watch out for?
Just one team, or
One team, just
can I
one
name?
team, one team from the invited.
I
One
think it's
team.
Ghost Gaming that I'm
Oh, Ghost
worried
Game.
about. Yeah,
Ghost Game. They're not even from the invited. They're from the qualifiers.
the qualified. Yeah,
You wouldn't
from
even.
the invited, I think it's FaZe.
So FaZe from
FaZe
EU.
Clan.
All right.
Yeah.
And then from the qualifiers, out of all the squads, Ghost Game.
Ghost Gaming. Yep.
Easy.
They're performing really well.
And if you had to say top 5 squads finishing as far as overall, I mean, I know Cloud9's one, right? But who's second, third, fourth, fifth? Just guess.
FaZe, AAA, Ghost Gaming, and Corn Sharpers.
Okay,
It's
so
mostly the qualified teams.
yeah, most of the qualified teams. And why is that? Why is that?
I think they have more experience than like the invited teams right now. No offense to the invited teams, but most of them are like all streamer teams. So
Do you think it's because they had to perform in the IM qualifiers? I mean, would that contribute to your opinion, or what?
yeah, for sure.
Oh, so okay. Interesting. I like your top 5, by the way, man. I like it. I like it. So before I let you go, make sure thanks again for joining me this morning. Hopefully you get your breakfast. What are you gonna do for the rest of the day?
I'm gonna start streaming for like the next 10 hours or so. Play PUBG.
All right, great. That's exactly what I was going to ask you. Give these guys some information on how they can find you, where they can find you. Lay it on me, man. Lay it on me.
Alright, so my Twitch is twitch.tv/Moody, just plain Moody. I got my username yesterday. I know I was pretty excited about it.
Nice.
Yeah, my username was MoodyIRL, and I just got the plain Moody. So, and my Twitter is MoodyIRL_. So give me a follow, guys, and I'll see you there.
Yeah, give this guy a follow. He's a nice guy. He'll give you all those tips, all those pro tips. Listen, you gave us lots of information tonight. You might have gave us too much information on Cloud9's tactics, so hopefully, oh, you still got some secrets in there. All right, that's good to know. But Thanks for watching. This has been After Hours with Mustache Dave. I always get tongue twisted at the end. Joined by my main man, Moody. Thanks again for joining me, man.
Thanks for having me.